Hello and welcome to Everywoman. I'm Shuli Ghosh. This week, the quest for love and the search for marriage, the trials and tribulations of modern living. Looking for a life partner, the struggle of American Muslims searching for a soulmate. The practice of orfi in Egypt, the marriage rites that many say are illegal and immoral. So why do women do it? And how marriage can save the planet, the matrimonial trees of India. But first, we all like to have a rosy image of love and marriage. But you and I both know that often partnerships aren't about romantic proposals, but business proposals. In Singapore, rich men in need of a wife simply order a takeaway. Imported Vietnamese women who have to undergo tests to prove they're virgins. It may seem degrading and humiliating, but for some of the women, it's a chance of a new life. Julian Ong reports on two young Vietnamese women looking not for the man of their dreams, but for a man of means.
Before I boarded the plane, I felt very happy because it's always been my dream to marry a foreign spouse.
Ah Cho and her friend Ah Chen have just arrived from Ho Chi Minh City. Thanks to professional matchmaker Jensen Ong, they're here in search of good husbands and a better life.
It's my idea to find a husband from Singapore. My parents first disapproved, but they had to agree with me in the end.
Ah Cho is already shortlisted by one of the groom. Ah Chen is waiting. You can see for yourself, they are pretty, sweet, and they have nice figure.
More importantly, they're virgins.
If those city girl, loose girl, probably they work in the karaoke, work as a masseuse or work as a prostitute. So this type of girl, when they marry, this type of marriage won't last long.
For the two 18-year-olds who have never left Vietnam, this trip is hugely daunting. But it's also an opportunity of a lifetime.
I don't want to get married to the men in my village because the married couples always have money problems. And the men always get drunk and mistreat their wives.
你要结婚老公几岁？40岁可以吗？40岁，可以啊。60岁可以吗？60岁，60岁要死掉可以？神经病还没有神经病啊！
The next morning, it's down to business with Jensen and his wife Winnie. Here on a 2-week tourist visas, time is short. It isn't long before the first client shows up.
We are only agency in Singapore doing 100% virgin.
Vietnamese lah.
A lot of agency they provide you is Vietnam, the doctor certified is a virgin. These are all fake certificate.
Oh, fake.
So what we provide is Singapore doctor certified.
Not original.
No virgin, refund you back the money.
The meeting lasts for over an hour but ends with no takers.
Not costly.
I know some people say that we are selling ourselves when we make ourselves available to marry foreign husbands. But I disagree. Maybe in other places these things do happen, but in my case, because I know the professional matchmakers are good people, they will take care of me.
Not long after, the man who expressed an interest in Ah Cho shows up with his family in tow.
帮 agent 做呢，之后呢，以後你困一禮拜次要送到出來。幫 agent 來做，伊人是無眼睛的查某，人飼查某是18歲啊，1萬塊買轉啊，貪得到真偏，歹聽講買啦。因為這是講你行女較緊，免拍拖。阿周立在36歲 ，OK？ 有沒有喜歡？有喜歡？
喜歡哪一點
？cash or 支票？
也開就較成人啦。
In just an hour, Ah Cho has found a new husband.
When the matchmaker said someone was interested in me, I was very nervous. But when I met him just now, I felt a closeness. I didn't feel that he's a stranger.
The next day, it's a frantic rush to the doctors for a full medical checkup. Besides testing for VD and AIDS, Ah Cho also needs to prove that she's a virgin.
I feel a little insulted having to go to the doctor to be certified as a virgin, but I guess the guy has a right to know. I also want to prove to my husband that I'm a virgin, so I guess I don't mind.
The wait is stressful for all. Her friend, meanwhile, has her own concerns.
I'm very happy for Acho because her fate seems settled. As for me, I'm still waiting my turn.
Finally, news that will make or break Acho's marriage.
This is to certify that the above name is a virgin Ah Chao. 他这边是讲你还有处女，没有跟男孩子睡觉，跟男孩子睡觉，男仔不要，男孩子不要，懂不懂？啊。
1 week later, Acho is going to her husband and in-laws' home. But Archon won't be seeing her off. Her visa ran out and she's had to return to Vietnam.
I worry about communicating with my husband, about how we're going to interact since we don't speak the same language.
Happy this marriage depend on couple. We can't guarantee anything. We can give a very good bride to her husband. Then the husband don't love her. We can't do anything.
I think it's my fate to marry outside my country because my family isn't rich enough to send me overseas. This is my fate. Since I'm going to marry him, I will try to tolerate whatever happens to me.
Well, thankfully, finding Mr. Right doesn't have to involve virginity tests and agents' fees. Most Westerners find romance through dating. But that's not an option, of course, for conscientious Muslims who can only marry other Muslims. In the US, that poses many problems for those wanting to stay true to Islam, but also searching for the man or woman of their dreams. Luckily, a mosque in California has hit on a solution and now offers a matchmaking service. Everywoman met two singles taking part, Samia and Syed, to see if love would conquer all.
My name is Samia, and I'm a clothing designer. Come on in. These are the kind of clothes that I make. You know, very regal, royal. They're not very Islamic, but this coat, for example, you can actually wear this with an entire Islamic outfit with a scarf on. And I'm looking for a specific man, a Muslim man, obviously, because in Islam I have to marry a Muslim man. So that's on the top of the list.
For me, the single most important characteristic in a person is sincerity. If I can find that, I mean, to me, that's worth more than gold.
I'm Karima, and I'm her mom.
I'm one of 8. And yes, I'm not married. Yet. Don't worry, Mom. You're going to a wedding very soon.
Inshallah, you know, God willing.
I consider myself to be more of a moderate Muslim. You know, if you define moderate in terms of somebody who goes to a mosque every day, prays 5 times a day, and wears a special cap, then obviously I'm not that. At the same time, I don't drink, I don't eat non-halal meat, and I try to hold on to as many of the values as I've been taught by my parents. I told my mom that the mosque is arranging an event for single people to get together. That's about all she knows. So she said, yes, go for it.
The event that we have is very appropriate, especially in this day and age. It's not like our family knows a lot of families and they know a lot of people and we introduce each other. It doesn't work that way very well here. You're looking for the father of your children, the mother of your children. And your intention is to be married, not to go out, not to have fun. So anything outside of that relationship that's of a personal nature is not accepted. And that's just the way it is.
We'll start our program with a recitation by Sheikh Mohammed.
We try to find avenues where people can come together, interact with each other, and also the potential for them to find, in a very honorable way, potential spouses.
Last Friday, I met one father. He knew I was doing this event, and he said, I need to find somebody for my son. And he really liked this idea. He said, I really like that you're doing this.
I would rather have had something like this. But I was 17 when I got married, so I had no choice. So this, I wouldn't call it arranged. This is more or less we are having them meet each other. If they are interested, they could proceed from there.
The activities were designed in a way that you will get to know the individual. In the first activity, we had the icebreaker bingo. They had a set of questionnaires, and they had to go find a person who met the criteria. Activity 2 is called If I Was Married. In this activity, we have a bowl of questions that we have come up with relative to if you were married and how would you go about it.
You just won $5,000. What would you do with it?
Break it up and maybe spend some of it and some others kind of get a gift for someone.
You have a folder with all the people that are interested in you. They've submitted their little slips. So we made sure we had computers with photos loaded up onto the computers.
The women are playing hard to get even on the computer. So I'm going to make a cute list, a personality list, a well-dressed list. I mean, she is like the best dressed, the most stylish.
Do you want my number?
I asked for it earlier, right? I thought you'd never ask here. Thank you.
I'm a law school student.
Scientist.
I love hiking. The person that I would see myself with definitely has to have a positive attitude.
One of my hobbies is traveling.
Optimistic.
I'm very active in Islamic work.
Not so much how much you have, but how you see the world.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Syed Mukhtar. Good manners.
In my spare time, I enjoy working out and watching basketball.
Well-behaved, well-dressed.
Reading, socializing.
Knows how to behave and talk in public. That's a princess for me. She doesn't have to come with diamonds. It was a pleasant surprise for women to approach me. I received several numbers. I think I did meet a couple of people who are potential suitors. So all in all, excellent event, very well organized, fun, interesting, exciting. I think there was spiritual connection somewhere.
There's something there. That's great. And if we get married, that would be just bizarre.
Wouldn't it?
Well, Samia and Syed didn't find love together, but we do wish them all the very best in the future. After the break, we'll be looking at two very different wedding rituals, one that helps the planet's environment and one that's seen as an excuse for easy sex. Stay with us.